Hi folks, it's Matt Brown here from Horizon Beverage and welcome to another edition of Vineyard VIP. Today with Don Sebastiani Jr. He has come over all the way from the West Coast to share a couple days with us. Welcome to Boston.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Pleasure to be here. Privilege.
Thanks for coming. And just briefly, I want you to tell the folks a little bit about your family history and your brand and how you got in the wine business. I know it's a long history and it's a very interesting one.
I'll give you a big history and a tight time capsule. My great-grandfather started in the California wine business, immigrated from Italy around the turn of the previous century. They say that the old Sebastiani winery says 1904 was the date that he started in the wine business, but there was no...
That was August?
That was my grandfather, Samueli.
Samueli.
August's father, my great-grandfather.
Okay.
There was no ribbon-cutting ceremony or red carpet event. He just was selling wine out of the back of his horse-drawn buggy, and it grew, and his business grew, and he had a lot of different things. He was an entrepreneur, grew his business during the Depression, during Prohibition, and then his youngest son, my grandfather August, grew that business in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and then my dad's generation ran it in the 80s and 90s, and then ultimately sold the old Sebastiani vineyards in two big pieces, one in 2001 to Constellation, and then another, we sold all the Sebastiani assets to a guy named Bill Foley, who's running them today. In 2001, after the first big transaction, we started up this company, Don Sebastiani Sons, which features, among other things, the wines of Leese-Fitch.
Fascinating. It's really interesting here.
And I can go way more detail here.
We can go.
Yeah, I don't know how much battery life we got.
Maybe we'll do another edition when we have
exactly.
the long
something to look forward
part
to.
two.
Yes.
So with all this history and with Leese-Fitch, everybody's trying to look for the new best thing, the new greatest thing. Anything on the horizon? Anything new coming down the pike? Or I know we're always looking for better wines.
Yeah.
The quality, like we've had as it's gone, keeps going up and up and up as the competition in California grows. What's on the horizon for?
For us,
yeah.
What's on the horizon? I like that. It's a great question. For us, it's exactly that. Is the horizon is new relationships. It's growth. It's doing more of a focus of what we do well, and I think that is delivering great wines for less than $20, and trying to make new relationships in the marketplace at all three tiers, whether it's with the distributor partners, whether it's with our retail partners, or ultimately our consumers who are enjoying this at home.
Great. One thing that being in the wine business for a long time, we always get the question, hey, what's the best bottle of wine you've ever had in your life? I always try to answer the question. It's not about the quality of the bottle, it's more the experience. You know, everybody in the world can have a great experience with a bottle of wine, from an inexpensive to the stuff you can't even find. So I'll ask you that same question. What's your best wine experience? Not necessarily your best bottle, but... No,
definitely not. Definitely not. It's why I'm here, is because I think so much of what the wine business is telling a story. I always try and empathize with the guy, because I'm a guy. I try and empathize with the guy who's on his second date, because I figure any kind of dumb guy can get through a first date.
You can always get through one.
Right? You can ask stupid questions. Where are you from? Now, second date, you have to remember all the stuff that she told you last week. So that can be tough. And if a great bottle of wine or a great story can help get you through that second date, then maybe I've helped some version of a younger me, and I've done my job in the cosmos. My story, and this is a very, very impactful story for me and relevant as to how important the story and the experience is behind a bottle of wine. I'm on my honeymoon now, many years ago with my wife.
Not your second date.
Not my second date. No, not my second date. Maybe my second night of my honeymoon, and we're in Portofino, right? And so we saved so that we could finish our honeymoon on a high note, and we're on a balcony. We had ordered room service to our balcony room overlooking the Bay of Portofino, and it's thunder and lightning and raining, but it's 82 degrees and the weather's perfect. And when we checked in, they put a bottle of Prosecco they'd never seen before. It's all Italian stuff, no clue. And I was at the time 25 years old, so not that I know that much about Prosecco now. I know even less 20-something years ago. We enjoyed this bottle of wine, phenomenal bottle of wine. Best bottle of sparkling wine I've ever had. Well, there's two of those bottles. So I take the second one, I smuggle it back in pack it in, I bring it back. We're going to open this on our 10th, 20th, 30th.
This cannot be used against you.
Yeah, exactly, right, exactly. So I smuggled this wine back, put it in a safe spot. We're back, we're moved in, newlyweds, and I'm at the local grocery store in Sonoma Market. And I just, maybe it's been there all along and I've just never noticed it. And darn it, if that exact same bottle of wine is not in the cold box, this bottle of wine that I thought was this profound, life-changing, this thing must be 200 euros a bottle. It's in the cold box at Sonoma Market for $11.99. I gotta grab it, I bring it home, grab another one just in case, open them up that night. It's sweet and gross, and and then we open up the one I smuggled back. It's the exact same wine. It's not. It has nothing to do with how good that wine was. I'm just on my honeymoon,
A perfect example
overlooking
of-
the Bay of Portofino. It's just the experience, and that's
Exactly.
so we're trying to sell those, mini experiences in a bottle, and that was very impactful, memorable.
It does not matter how expensive the bottle is, it's who you enjoy the bottle.
That's right.
with.
That's right.
That's why we do this business. So I'll end this on a non-wine question, because I think we're all, the wine is great, but sometimes we're just going to be, I always ask, what is your favorite sporting event you've ever attended?
Yes, I got two of them.
Well, I'll
I've
give
had
you two.
As a Bay Area fan, we've had some success late in recent years with the Niners, obviously the Warriors and the Giants. But growing up in my life, there was a lot of disappointment at Giants games, in particular San Francisco Giants games. And it was Halloween night, and the Giants won Game 4 of the World Series in 2010. And we're sitting there, and I've got a house full of kids screaming and yelling. And so the Giants are now on the verge, they're one game away from winning the World Series. And this is, 10, 11 o'clock at night. Me and my buddies, we all jumped on the phone. We jumped on an airplane the next morning and flew to Texas for Game 5 of the World Series and saw the Giants clinch Game 5 of the World Series, which was very, very, very spoiled to have the opportunity to do that.
That's great. That's tremendous.
Very special, almost like an out-of-body experience
Yeah.
to see the Giants win a World Series after 50 years and obviously my whole life of
That's great.
futility. I also have to say, 2018 reminds me, my son's 12-year-old year of Little League, we won the City Little League Championship. So this is a special vintage celebrating that. That actually might even be
Let's
better.
call that 1A. We'll call 1A.
That's 1A. The
Yeah.
Giants
That's
probably
perfect.
should be 1B, but that
Because
was
he may
pretty
watch
special.
this at home and
That's
say,
right.
Dad,
That's
come on,
right.
you're killing me.
Yeah.
So that wraps things up. Thanks for sharing some time with us. And again, welcome to Boston and safe travels back. Thanks,
Thank you
Don.
very much. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Great to be here.
Thank you.